Have you ever noticed how hard people work to prove they matter? Some people chase money, some chase success, some chase relationships, some chase followers, some chase status. Some spend years trying to become someone they think others will admire, and yet no matter how much they achieve, many still feel empty. Why? Because every human being is searching for the answer to one question. Who am I? Not what do I do? Not what do I own? Not what have I achieved? Who am I really? Maybe you've asked yourself that question. Maybe you've wondered whether your life matters. Maybe you've compared yourself to others and felt like you don't measure up. Maybe you've looked at your mistakes and thought they define you. Maybe you've looked in the mirror and wondered if you're enough. The world offers many answers: your career, your income, your appearance, your social status, your achievements. But what if all of those things can disappear? What happens then? Who are you when the title is gone? Who are you when the money is gone? Who are you when the applause stops? To answer that question, we need to return to the beginning, back to the story of creation. The Bible tells us that after God created the heavens and the earth, after he created the oceans, mountains, stars, and animals, he did something completely different. God said, "Let us make mankind in our image." Think about that. The stars were not made in God's image. The oceans were not made in God's image. The mountains were not made in God's image. You were. Humanity was given a unique honor, a unique purpose, a unique identity. To reflect the character and nature of God to the world, that means your value is not determined by what you do. Your value is determined by who created you. Imagine finding a painting worth millions of dollars. Why is it valuable? Because of the artist. The creator gives value to the creation. In the same way, God gives value to you, not because you're perfect, not because you've never failed, not because you've earned it, because he made you. Many people spend their entire lives looking for significance in places it was never meant to be found. They look for identity in relationships. Then the relationship ends. They look for identity in success. Then they lose their job. They look for identity in money. Then the market changes. They look for identity in popularity. Then people move on. Everything built on temporary foundations eventually shakes, but there is one foundation that remains. You were created by God. You were known by God before you were born. You were intentionally designed. You are not an accident. You are not random. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. The God who created galaxies knows your name. The God who created oceans knows your story. The God who created time itself sees your future. And despite every mistake you've made, he still loves you. This doesn't mean life will be easy. It doesn't mean there won't be pain. It doesn't mean there won't be challenges. But it does mean your identity is secure. Because your identity was never supposed to come from the world. It was supposed to come from God. The tragedy of humanity is that we forgot who we are. The good news of the gospel is that Jesus came to restore what was lost. Jesus didn't just come to forgive sin. He came to restore identity, to remind us whose we are, to bring us back into relationship with our Creator. So if you've been searching for worth, purpose, or meaning, stop looking everywhere else first. Start where your story started, with the God who created you. Because when you know who made you, you begin to understand why you exist. And when you understand why you exist, everything changes. You were created on purpose, for a purpose, by a God who loves you more than you can imagine. And that's where true identity begins.